Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Logic Medico. Today's interesting topic is pterion and its importance. If you are new to my channel, kindly consider subscribing to my channel and don't forget to press the thumbs up button if you like the video at the end of watching this video. So coming to the pterion and its importance. So what is this pterion? It is a point on the side of the skull. Okay. It is actually a weakest point on the side of the skull. It is just behind your eye, the star mark area pterion, just behind the eye, but in front of the auricle. So that is the location of pterion. There is actually an easiest method to locate the pterion. It's called the Stiles method. So what is this method? So here you can see, if you just place one thumb just behind the orbital margin, actually speaking it's frontozygomatic suture. If you just consider the lateral orbital margin and place one thumb behind that, and in another hand you have to place two fingers above and parallel to the zygomatic arch. At the junction between these two, that is a thumb and these two fingers which you place, there you ask one person to mark one star mark over there with a marker pen, and that is the location of the pterion. That is one finger breadth posterior to the orbital margin and two finger breadth superior to the zygomatic arch. This method of locating the pterion is very famous and it's called the Stiles method. So what exactly is the pterion? It is an area in the norma lateralis at the junction between four bones. It is almost like a head-shaped suture. This is the weakest point on the side of the skull. The skull view overall. Okay. What you can see anteriorly, this part is the orbit. Okay. Posteriorly occipital bone. This is the maxilla. Superiorly parietal bone. Okay. So that is the orientation I gave you just now. But the pterion is a head-shaped suture. It's the weakest point on the norma lateralis. This head-shaped suture is formed by the following bones. Superiorly, parietal bone, the anterior-inferior angle of parietal, but you can just tell parietal bone. Inferiorly, the sphenoid bone. Actually, it is a greater wing of the sphenoid, but for time being, we just remember sphenoid bone. Posteriorly, the squamous part of temporal bone. You remember temporal bone. Anteriorly, of course, this bone which is in the front of the forehead is frontal bone. That will be easy for you. Frontal bone. So I repeat one more time. Pterion is a head-shaped suture found on the norma lateralis. It is formed by the union of four bones. They are parietal bone superiorly, sphenoid bone inferiorly, temporal bone posteriorly, frontal bone anteriorly. To be more specific, anterior-inferior angle of the parietal bone, greater wing of the sphenoid bone from below, squamous part of temporal bone from behind, and from anteriorly or from front it is frontal bone. So in summary, pterion is a location in the norma lateralis. It's the weakest point of the skull where the four bones are united. They are, from front it is frontal, from behind it's temporal, from above it's parietal, and from below it's sphenoid bone. Now coming to the importance. What is the clinical importance of this? Deep to this pterion lies the anterior division of middle meningeal artery. There are three sets of arteries supplying the cranial cavity: anterior meningeal artery, posterior meningeal artery from behind, middle meningeal. Out of the three, the middle meningeal is the most important. It's a branch of maxillary artery, the first part of maxillary artery. This middle meningeal artery will have two divisions: anterior division, posterior division. As you can see, the anterior division of middle meningeal artery lies deep to the pterion. So what? It supplies the meninges of the middle cranial fossa. So, but how is it important? If a person falls on the side of his skull or one side of his body, if he falls on his skull, if the weight falls on his skull, or some object hits his skull in this area, since I told you just now it's the weakest point, what will happen? It will result in rupture of this vessel and bleeding of that vessel, middle meningeal artery. So this results in collection of the blood clot underneath the skull but outside the dura mater. It's called as epidural hemorrhage or extradural hemorrhage. So this hemorrhage, what it will cause? It will bleed and will compress the underlying brain. because there is a fracture, it will poke on to the underlying vessel, middle meningeal artery, thereby it starts bleeding. Okay, the person after meeting with an accident, he can get up as though nothing has happened, but slowly there is bleeding. If he goes and if he's staying alone, if he's a bachelor especially, so what happens, morning he will not be able to get up because this bleeding of this vessel will compress on the underlying brain and the person will go to coma and ultimately death. That is the importance of knowing pterion. Any person comes with head injury, with a history of head injury or hit onto the skull, we should always refer him and do at least an X-ray, if not CT scan or MRI, at least an X-ray to note the fracture on the pterion area, and that will be life saving if you diagnose the fracture in the pterion area, because otherwise the person would have neglected and gone back home thinking that nothing has happened. Okay, so that is the importance of knowing the pterion. Of course, with CT scan and MRI we can diagnose much better, but basic investigation is an X-ray. So that is about the pterion and its importance. In brief, I will tell you, pterion is the weakest point on the skull. It is on the normal lateralis, lateral side of the skull. It is 1 finger breadth posterior to the frontozygomatic suture or the orbit, 2 finger breadth above the zygomatic arch. This method is called Stiles method. And pterion is a head-shaped suture in the normal lateralis formed in the junction between parietal, sphenoid, temporal and frontal bone. Deep to this pterion lies the anterior division of the middle meningeal artery. So trauma to the pterion area can result in fracture of the bone and tearing the underlying vessel, middle meningeal artery, resulting in bleeding of this vessel, causing extradural or epidural hemorrhage or hematoma, compressing the underlying brain, resulting in coma and death. Okay, subscribe to my channel if you are not yet done, and don't forget to press the thumbs up button. Thank you once again for watching Logic Medico.